Hey everyone. So in this class, in this essential oils class, we're just going over some essential oils for sleep, stress, and emotions. And in this class, we'll be doing, or I'll be doing the class just a little bit differently. I know sometimes in these I give different recipes or different like diffuser blends and things like that. But somebody once told me that it's actually better to know like 100 things about one plant or about one essential oil than it is to know one thing about 100 different essential oils or 100 different plants. So with that in mind, we'll just get started. And the way that these usually start to are we'll go really briefly through what essential oils are, the three ways to use them, and then we'll get into the topic, the essential oils for sleep, stress, and emotions. And right off the bat, what are essential oils? And even if you've heard this before, it's really nice to kind of hear it many different times and in many different ways, just because essential oils are really just one of the most important and really beautiful ways that I think I've been able to connect with nature and really connect with the different qualities of the plants and trees and fruits and things like that that have been all around me all my life. And each time I'm reminded of what an essential oil is, I definitely connect with certain oils that I work with a little bit more and a little bit deeper. So, just to reiterate, essential oils are extracted volatile aromatic compounds that are found in the leaves, the flowers, bark, stems, roots, resins, and peels of citrus fruit. And the essential oils, the extracts that are actually taken from the plants, these are the things that give the plant their ability to survive. It's what gives the plant their ability to actually thrive in the environment that they're in. And I bring this one up a lot, and we'll talk about tea tree oil a little bit later in this class. But I do talk about tea tree oil a lot when I talk about this because the tea tree is a plant that it thrives in Australia in the like most disgusting swampy conditions, bugs everywhere, just not too clean, not too really like pure and beautiful. It's not a place that you want to go. You don't want to go to where a tea tree is flourishing. And tea tree oil is so powerful. It's a powerful antiseptic because the tea tree can actually exist in that environment and it thrives in that environment. So over time, the tea tree had to actually create different ways to survive this kind of icky, sticky environment. And when we use tea tree oil is really good for topical things like cuts and scrapes and stuff like that. And it gets that ability to do that because the actual plant is so powerful. So all of the plants that these essential oils are from, the oils what or we're extracting or what give them it's their ability to actually be in the world, to fend off certain negative things and to actually flourish in certain places. And then there are three major ways to use essential oils. And when we get into the oils that I'll be talking about in this class, you can kind of come back to this part of the class and just remember or even rewind this and come back to the three ways to use. And you can use those in whatever way you're wanting to. So the first one is aromatically, right? This is definitely probably the way that you would think you use essential oils for a really long time. And I talk about this a lot. I always thought that essential oils were just something that smelled nice. So they're way more than that. But obviously, we get a bottle of an essential oil and then we smell it. And maybe we feel a certain way. Maybe we feel more relaxed. Maybe we feel a little bit more energized. And that's because the aromatic way, inhaling an essential oil is one of the quickest ways to get the effects of the oil. And I also bring this one a lot up a lot too. But if you ever have to get put to sleep for something, for like an operation, or if there was ever an emergency, when you go to the hospital, the emergency room, they actually put that mask over your face and you have to inhale. So that is the quickest way to actually get signals to the brain to do something or to feel something. So when we inhale something, it goes also right into the limbic system of the brain, and that's what controls the fight or flight response that we've got. So really quickly, if we want to get the effect of an oil, we'll inhale it. And it also really has this ability to help chill us out immediately and speak to the part of our brain that is either freaking out about something or maybe even remembering something that is just super sweet and super special. So that's aromatically. And you can use an essential oil aromatically by either putting a few drops in your palm, rubbing your palms together, and then inhaling, or you could just take the essential oil and snip it right from the bottle. Can also diffuse. So using a diffuser is one of probably the main ways that I know I like to use essential oils. I put a few drops in a diffuser, depending on the diffuser size, and then from there, either one oil at a time, or I'll blend different oils together. And really quick on the diffusers too. If you live somewhere that has hard water, or if you find that your diffuser is getting a little funky after a couple of months or a month, I would say every month, at least once a month, fill it with vinegar, with white vinegar and some water, and then just let it run for a few moments. And then I just let it sit for a little bit and then spill the water out, and make sure that you spill the water out on the side of the diffuser that says drain side, and then just wipe it down from there. And it totally, totally cleans it out. I've resurrected a few diffusers from doing that. So just a pro tip on that. So the third way to use is topically. And with an essential oil, I know there's ones that I can personally just put right on my skin and I'm fine with it. They don't affect me in any kind of way. And then there's other ones that I definitely need to either not use on my skin, or I need to dilute it. And I love to dilute with either fractionated coconut oil, which is coconut oil with the fat taken out, or in Ayurveda, we work a lot with oil massage, and that's called abhyanga in Sanskrit. And there's different oils, different carrier oils for that. So some of those are sesame oil, sunflower oil too. Those are pretty much the two big ones that I do like to use. So topically, mix a few drops of oil with your carrier oil and then apply that. If you're working with a new oil and you're not too sure how it's going to affect your skin or how you're going to react to it, just do a little spot test on your hands somewhere. If you do find that when you're putting an oil on your skin, or you did put an oil on your skin, or your child or friend or whoever, a client or somebody is just used an oil and they're having a really bad effect from it, maybe they're burning, maybe they broke out in like a hive or something. I've never actually seen this happen, but people that I know have. And the worst thing you could do is actually put water on it. So if you jump in the shower, or like go jump in the pool, or just try to wash your hand and you're having this really burning sensation from an oil that you put on it, the water is just going to make it dive in a little bit deeper into your skin. So you don't want to use water. Put more oil on top of it, coconut oil or whatever carrier oil that you were using. So yeah, topically you can do that. You can use, you can massage the oil into your skin as you would with any kind of lotion. You could also mix these in lotion too and use the essential oils in lotion. Different things that can also be fun are getting a roller ball. You could get a roller ball and fill that with a carrier oil and then a few drops of the essential oils, and also spray bottles, either mixing some drops of essential oil with just water, or witch hazel too can be really, really nice. And then internally, so a note on the internal use, if you are using these essential oils internally, just make sure that they are pure therapeutic grade essential oils. You do want to know where they're sourced, where they've come from, and you do want to make sure that they're just actually safe to take internally. And as always, at the end of this class, I have a link that I will provide to you that'll just take you to the oils that I've been using for years and that I totally trust. And diving right into it. So essential oils for sleep, stress, and emotions. And I am going to go over just a handful of oils. And some of you, I know, definitely have one of the starter kits that I've recommended all of these oils are actually in there. So if you have a starter kit, definitely check it because these oils are there. And I will also give you a link for that at the end of the class as well. So lavender, a big one with lavender is that it eases insomnia. So this is a big one if you're having trouble sleeping, or if you or your kids or anybody that you love or live with or a client is really having trouble sleeping. Uh, our go-to is usually to refer lavender. It doesn't always work though. So it works for most people. It's something that really helps most people sleep. Maybe put it in a diffuser right an hour or two before bed. That way the home starts to smell like that, the bedroom starts to smell like it. Or you can even add this to your lotion and use that at night right before you go to bed. For many people, most people really, it's gonna encourage the feelings of calmness, of just peace of mind, of feeling loved. So it'll put the brain and the body in a really just chill place before bedtime or during bedtime if you want to diffuse it through the night. Uh, it helps with insomnia because it helps with racing thoughts, because it helps with any kind of blocked communication. It helps with self-awareness too. So it's something that's really it kind of moves out all the negativity that you might be feeling that's preventing you from sleeping. So lavender is my go-to. If it's something that you try and you don't really love it, just send me an email or get in touch with me and we'll talk about other oils to use for sleep as well. But usually lavender, unless someone is just really turned off by lavender, lavender has always been my go-to for that. And then, so lemon is a really, really super duper sweet oil for just stress and any kind of emotion that might be feeling, you might be, maybe you're feeling guilty or sad or confused about something that might be going on. Maybe you're looking for some kind of focus, some kind of clarity or anything like that. Lemon actually encourages joy and really just overall wellness and happiness. So if you're having a bad day, if you're having just a totally like negative emotion day, lemon can be really, really happy, a really happy choice. You can put lemon in a diffuser, just definitely just diffusing lemon around the home, or if you're a teacher, you could put this in your classroom. It really brings the mood up. And it is also good if you're ever studying for anything. If you ever need to study at all for anything, it'll totally help that as well. Another thing with lemon, if you're using lemon essential oil that you know you can ingest, putting just 2 or so drops of lemon in your water in the morning can also encourage all these things that lemon encourages, right? So joy, clarity, energy, alertness, wellness, and happiness. Starting your day with lemon is a really, really beautifully powerful thing. And again, I'm just stressing it even more. Make sure that you are using lemon essential oil that you can put in your water, that you can take internally. And I'll give you that link for that at the end of this class. But yeah, lemons really immediately too, you could sniff it from the bottle. I hardly use lemon in a carrier oil. It's just hardly something that I really put on me. It's more so one that I'll diffuse and I'll smell, or I take it with my water in the morning to get these benefits of lemon. So peppermint is another really powerful, powerful, powerful oil. It is something that I've also been told to be just mindful of using, because peppermint will just totally like get you to feel like you're almost walking on air sometimes. So for people that are going through a really deep, tragic kinds of loss or deep depression, or if they're in a rut and feel like they can't get out of bed or off the couch, or they're just unmotivated and it's because of something that maybe was sort of really hurtful or tragic or triggering, peppermint will help snap you right out of that. But what I was warned about peppermint is that if you're using it all the time for that, it'll almost start to prevent you from moving through a heavy emotion and just keep you buoyantly jumping around it and under it and over it. And Ayurveda teaches us that right on the other side of pain and suffering is joy. And in order to experience that joy and in order to experience that lightness again, we have to actually go through the pain. We have to go through the sadness. We have to go through it. And peppermint might prevent you from doing that. But if you do like need to go about your day, if you need to just get things done, it'll encourage relief. It'll encourage strength. It'll act like a really sweet ally when you're trying to motivate yourself. And it eases things like heavy heartedness, despair, anguish, sadness. So really, really, really powerful, powerful oil for that. So you could diffuse this. This is a really beautiful one to diffuse. Uh, with peppermint too, you can add this to water if you wanted to make a peppermint tea, just 1 drop. I think 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to like 24 to 27 cups of peppermint tea. So be really careful with it. I've put 1 drop of peppermint oil in tea before and slipped and gotten 2 or 3 in there, and it's tasted totally fine. I've been totally fine. But you don't need to dump a whole bunch of the oil into your water to actually get a tasty tea. Uh, I don't really use peppermint too much in any carrier oil, like for an oil massage or any of my body lotions. I have used it in a spray bottle before. I've used it in a spray bottle, uh, mixed in sometimes with lavender and just other and tea tree too, just to mostly as like an insect repellent. And I haven't really used it really for something emotionally. I won't like spray my home with this. I won't spray sheets or anything with peppermint. With lavender, I will. Lavender, I've sprayed my bed down with lavender, just water and a few drops of essential oil in the spray bottle and done that. But it's not so much something that I've actually put on my body. If you do use it on your body, just be careful. Use it with fractionated coconut oil or any carrier oil that you want. And it is also really helpful in the heat too. So if you're ever getting really overheated or you just feel like you're being tied down by heat of any kind, if you just put a little bit of it on the back of your neck, it'll be really helpful. All right, and then we've got tea tree. Tea tree is one of the first essential oils that I think I've ever used. I use it for ingrown hair. I used it for acne. I used it for cuts and scrapes and things like that. And it's an oil that I always had that kind of relationship with. I never really loved the smell of it. It does have this really kind of like astringent, clean smell to it. And because it really is something that keeps things very clean, it keeps things healthy, it keeps things really resilient and safe. So it almost always smelled like that to me. So it's not a scent that I necessarily enjoyed until I learned all of these really beautiful properties about it. Tea tree is an amazing oil to use if you're working on boundaries. If you are really like bogged down by being a yes person and saying yes to everything and then getting really drained because of it, tea tree oil helps with that. Tea tree oil helps set up this energetic boundary around you that just expels or keeps away different people and different situations that aren't going to be there to serve you. So it also helps you build up poor boundaries. If you've got like a neighbor or I don't know, a family member, somebody that's just always showing up and walking in your home or always showing up unannounced, diffusing some tea tree oil around your home will help with that. Also, any emotion, any kind of toxic emotion that's preventing you from moving forward in whatever it is you might be doing, tea tree will help with that as well. With tea tree, like I said, I didn't really love the scent of it until recently. So when I do diffuse it, I usually have to like remind myself of these qualities that tea tree has, just so that way I'm steeped in that when I'm smelling it and I'm not just thinking of like, oh, this is, reminding me of how I used to use it on ingrown hairs out of the shower. I have to kind of reassess what I'm using it for. Tea tree, you do want to dilute it with a carrier oil. You can mix it up with fractionated coconut oil and apply it to your pulse points, behind your ears, on your wrists. You can definitely put it in a spray bottle also and spray it around your home and spray it around your car. You could lightly spray it on you before you leave your home. It's not something I've ever ingested for any reason. I've never taken this internally for any reason at all. But it's definitely one that you want to be a little careful with to do a little spot test on yourself with it. And if you have a little bit of a reaction to it, definitely just use a little bit less tea tree oil, more carrier oil. I can put it directly on my skin and it doesn't bother me. If it's a certain brand of tea tree oil, though, I have found that some of them just have like a super chemically smell to it and they don't feel too good on my skin. My skin gets really hot from it. So just be mindful of the quality of the oil that you're using for this. And then lastly, some of the oils that I use and recommend, you can find these right on my website. The website's just lisabermudez.com slash essential oils. And when you purchase a kit, I've got either one or two kits up there that I suggest. All of these oils that I just went through are in the kit. And once you purchase kit, you'll always have an opportunity to set up a consultation with me if you want to on how to use the oils. So it'll be a little bit more of an expansive situation than this class that we're in right now, right? I'll actually sit with you. We'll talk about maybe some of the problems you're having, any confusion that you have about the oils, and I'll go through them oil by oil with you and really teach you or help you figure out how to use them every day. A lot of these oils and the kits have just helped me totally replace a lot of things that I was spending money on, like, ingrown hair cream or different kinds of really toxic smelling candles that I was always burning, or other things like that, other things that would be there to help me sleep or to just kind of chill out for a moment. So yeah, when you purchase a kit, you'll always have access to me and you'll also always have access to classes like this. So definitely check it out. Send me an email. Also, get in touch with me if you have any questions about anything that I just shared here. And you can find my information on my website, just lisabermudez.com, and there's a place there to contact me. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this class, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or your evening from wherever you might be.